We are live, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live podcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forster, and I'm super excited, just like every Tuesday when we come here. So, guys, every Tuesday we're coming here live to you guys, and we always talk about how to maximize your life or your business utilizing virtual assistants. But tonight's topic is maximizing your real estate profits utilizing virtual assistants. So again, guys, my name is Derek Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. That's my personal independent living facilities. And that's where we take people from homeless to hopeful. I'm also the founder and thought leader of Forston Consultants, where we take people from homeless to hopeful, right? We teach it all over the world, right? God gave us this vision many years ago using real estate in a little bit of a different way than most people are familiar with. And the cheat code is when we finally involve virtual assistants inside of everything that we do. So God has blessed Shay and I. We own 8 different businesses now. In every one of those businesses, guys, we have virtual assistants literally inside of them. So without our VAs, it'd be impossible to do what we do on this earth. First of all, it's God Almighty, but without these VAs, guys, and these virtual assistants, it'd be tough. So tonight and today, we're going to be talking about how to maximize your real estate profits and all of the ideas of what you can do and utilize a virtual assistant when it comes to real estate. So again, guys, I'm Derek Forston, again, owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. We do a bunch of other stuff, but tonight we're going to be talking about virtual assistants. So I am the co-founder of VA 101, and that's a staffing agency that literally my virtual assistants built for us. So Shay and I are kind of in the background of it. Our VAs completely run it, but that's where we vet, train, and endorse virtual assistants to business owners, entrepreneurs, pastors now, CEOs, bishops, consultants, anything that you can think of, anybody that needs help in their business or within the real estate business. We're now allowing people and vetting virtual assistants out to these people for only $4 an hour. So the other cheat code to this whole VA game, guys, VA start, especially at VA 101, at $4 an hour. So talk about maximizing your profits and like 10x in your business with an employee that can start as little as $4 an hour. So again, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. Again, that's who I am. And I'm going to now tap it over to Miss Shay to introduce herself, and we'll get the room started.
So just making sure that you all can hear me loud and clear. I am Shania Shay Forston, the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder of VA 101 and Digital Flow Solutions, which we will be talking about tonight here in our room on this platform. So again, if you know somebody that's looking for a virtual assistant, go ahead and tap them in, tell them come on and join the conversation. We are talking about all things virtual assistants, how they can help you and take your business to the next level. So I'm excited about the room. I'm excited for everybody that's on all streaming platforms. We are on Facebook tonight, YouTube, and Twitter, all under Forston Consultants. I've also shared this to my personal page as well as Clubhouse. So welcome, welcome one, welcome all. We are just excited to share with you some of the amazing things that we're doing in this space and how we are 10x in not only our own businesses, but other businesses and business owners and entrepreneurs that we partner with. So Derek, let's chat. Let's talk about it.
So let's do it. So let's do it. So put a number 3 in the chat if this is your first time joining us in terms of hearing about the virtual assistants and how they start out at $4 an hour. Put a number 3 in the chat if this is your first time actually hearing this. And again, welcome Clubhouse, welcome Facebook folks, also welcome YouTube, and welcome on Twitter. So guys, we are simulcasting today. So that means that we are literally giving this word out to a bunch of people all at the same time. So that's what we're doing. A big shout out to all of the people that are joining us. So again, tonight we're going to be talking about maximizing your real estate profits with virtual assistants and what all can a virtual assistant do when it comes to real estate. So I'm just kind of going to kick it off with even what we kind of do here at Forston Consultants, right? We house the homeless and the displaced or the college student or the military veteran or the teenager agent from the foster care system. So a lot of people know us for that whole quote that we say about taking people from homeless to hopeful. But again, with the real estate and this, like today's market being so crazy, right? With everything being so expensive, we went from housing the displaced and what we would call the mental health client or resident to now we house the everyday Joe. And again, that can span everywhere from a military veteran to a college student that can't afford to live on campus or that could be an elderly adult or some lady that's trying to escape domestic violence. So within this housing model, which we do, which is called independent living facilities, right? Which is that shared housing model. We often run into a lot of people that want to do what we do, but they can't afford the real estate, right? They can't find a way to even go and lease or rent a property. So we invented something that's called the HRA, which stands for Housing Referral Agency, and it comes with a virtual assistant inside of it. So it's literally called HRA Business in a Box, where that literally allows a virtual assistant to kind of do all the work that you would normally do to start your own housing program. But with this model, you actually don't have the real estate. So we teach you how to leverage the relationship. And one of the things that the virtual assistant plays a role in is obviously advertising it, right? If nobody knows what you do, it's hard to get the word out. It's hard for people to know what you do. And it's hard to serve your avatar of who you're looking to serve if people don't know what you do. So a big part of getting the word out is having the virtual assistants advertise that you are a housing provider. Remember, tonight's topic is about maximizing your real estate profits with virtual assistants. So again, using that same VA shade, I'm going to be advertising on Facebook, Instagram, even on LinkedIn, Twitter, and even on YouTube, announcing to the world that I am a housing provider. And remember, the virtual assistant can do all of this work for you. So they're going to advertise it. They're going to market it. They're also going to do the social media. So again, this doesn't require you to do this, right? Because a lot of you guys have full-time jobs, right? Put a number 2 in the chat if you have a full-time job and you're looking for some extra help. Right. So for all of my full-time employees and you guys that have a 9-to-5, God has put a lot of dreams on your heart, right? A lot of plans on your heart, a lot of ebooks that you've supposed to written by now. But without this virtual assistant to help you, that could be tough at times. So that's why we tell people the cheat code, man, to everything we do and maximizing your profits, especially with this real estate, is getting a virtual assistant. And as most of you guys know, that we don't own these properties, right? Not all of us, we don't own the properties that we do this with. So the virtual assistant, a part of their job is finding rental properties for us. They go on places like Zillow, Realtor.com. They go on Facebook Marketplace. So our VAs that's a part of our team, they find the properties for us. They also market it to the social workers and case managers. So again, if you want to start a housing program for the populations that we serve, how will case managers and social workers know what you do? So we use virtual assistants to help us in that. So that includes cold calling, right? That also includes email marketing. That also includes social media. And as you guys can see, I'm bringing a couple of my family members on stage, a lot of us who actually do this. So I'm going to let you hear from a few of them as well, because a lot of us do this housing model and also different models of real estate. We're also going to talk about wholesaling tonight. So I know a lot of people are getting into the wholesale game to where you find a property, you get it under contract, but then you remarket it for a higher price. That's wholesaling real estate, guys. And guess what? Virtual assistants can do that as well. So again, I'm going to welcome a few of my folks that are just coming into the room. And again, tonight's topic, guys, is maximizing real estate profits, utilizing a skill set, guys, that can start at $4 an hour. And that's a virtual assistant. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns tonight, we love questions. Even if you don't know what a virtual assistant is, right? We'll start it from the core bottom. But right before we do that, I'm going to let a few of these folks introduce themselves. And again, if you got questions, post them below it. If you're on YouTube, if you're in Clubhouse, definitely come on over and join us on YouTube at Forsted Consultants, but post it in the chat and let's make this a whole interactive type of deal. So let's go with the ladies first. Let's go with Miss Tiffany. Tiffany, how you doing tonight, sis?
Hello, family. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get a quick dinner before I go to my volunteer project tonight. But so glad. I just wanted to jump on and say hello to everybody. I love this new format. Hopefully next week I'll have my life together where I can get on and show.
Get your life together, right, Tiffany?
But I'm Tiffany Walker. Me and my family own and operate Good Samaritan Solutions here in the Oklahoma City area. We're also real estate investors providing housing for affordable housing for families. And then I'm a realtor specializing with working with investors. I am that realtor that works with the people to find the wholesale properties and different things that are available in the area for investors. So that's super excited about that. We do have a virtual assistant. He does not work on our real estate side just yet, but we are hoping after the first of the year we can start training him to help more with that side of it. But the things that he does do as far as our social media and helping me write different letters, emails, text messages, that kind of stuff is invaluable. I cannot stress enough how valuable he is to us, and how I think, wow, how was I doing all this on my own without him? So super blessed. I think I've mentioned before, he is a believer. We sometimes have church. Yes, we do. And his dad is a pastor. And so he definitely prays over our business, our my family. He's always concerned with what's going on with us and definitely lifting us up in prayer. And so I just, he's definitely a welcome change as far as someone working on your team that kind of believes and kind of operates the same way you do. And so I'm very, very thankful that we've crossed paths and that he's on our team to this day. So thank you guys so much. And I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And Tiffany, if you would let me and allow me to bother you for 2 seconds while you're eating, right? Because I know you have to go, but I just want to go ahead and just kick the room off really fast. And you already kind of said what your VA is doing for you, but just tell the people, because again, Tiffany, some of these people have never seen you, us, or anything, right? Tell the people, where did you get the VA from? And what was your decision to get a VA? Like, why did you figure out that you needed a VA?
Okay, so I got my fabulous sourced VA from VA 101. He was one of, I think, 3 gentlemen that it was 2 gentlemen and a lady that I interviewed with. Me and Mary interviewed with him. And by the way, Mary's awesome, you guys. If you haven't had an opportunity to work with Mary, oh my gosh, she's beyond awesome. But he interviewed very, very well. They definitely pick people that definitely will be able to line up with the businesses that we already have going and what we're looking to start in the future. So he came with a skill set. He was very detailed, very organized, just somebody that can keep things kind of on task. He works well with timelines, those types of things. So definitely good in that respect. And then what made me know that I needed a virtual assistant is that I was just bogged down with work and stress. It was just really stressing me out trying to help my family and coach Special Olympics and church. And like I had so many things going at the same time, start being a new ILF owner and then also managing our portfolio of homes that we already have. So I needed somebody that could keep some things organized and we did start with another virtual assistant. Unfortunately, that did not work out or what have you. And like the Forson said, they are more than willing to help. They walked us through that process and we were able to connect with a new virtual assistant. So the overall process has been, I don't have any complaints. It's been better than what I ever could have dreamed it would be. And I probably should have done it way before now.
Good stuff. I appreciate it because I just, again, wanted the people to hear from other people other than me, right? So again, if you guys are considering getting a VA, definitely consider VA 101. One of the things that kind of makes us stand out more than any other staffing agency, we also have a 90-day free replacement. So we're so sure of what this is and our skill set to get you the right talent that you need for that $4 an hour, that we give a 90-day guarantee. So let's just say if you get the date 85 and you're like, Derek, this VA that I got from you 85 days ago, she isn't the same VA from day one, and I want to replace her. Guys, we replace that VA for absolutely free. That's the cheat code to it, right? The other part is that we vet, train, and endorse. That whole vetting part is very important. That means that we choose the cream of the crop, the best of the best, but there's still an interview process to where you interview the VAs first. So some of these VA companies, they just give you a VA and say, good luck, I hope you make it. We don't do that. We actually pick the best of the best, and then you still interview them through the interview process. And our team also does an onboarding process with you to make sure you understand what's going on, you understand the software and the systems, and again, how to maintain and manage this VA. So again, Tiffany, thank you so much for sharing it. I super, super appreciate that. Miss Nianta, good evening. Good to see you again. Tell the people who you are, what you do, and any thoughts on virtual assistants.
My name is Nianta St. Ford. My husband and I own and operate Saints Care independent living facility in Miami Gardens, where we house military veterans. I'm excited to be on tonight. I typically don't get to be on the virtual assistant rooms because I usually work on Tuesday nights, but I'm here tonight. I don't have a virtual assistant yet by, I guess, design at this point, but definitely looking forward to when we are able to get one and implement that, because I already can see how it will benefit us, especially with building those relationships and making those appointments and just seeing how my life has, excuse me, gets busy, stays busy, and how the effect that it can have on the business. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting one. I too am in the middle of dinner, so that's why my camera isn't on yet. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight's conversation. So hopefully I can be in a little more often with the virtual assistant rooms. Excuse me, so I can continue to learn and hopefully convince the mister that we need one.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And now's a great time because, again, guys, for the entire month of November, which is my wife's birthday, my birthday, my nephew's birthday, my mom's birthday. So everybody's birthday is in November, along with Black Friday and our stimulus package. So right now, normally our VAs are $697 for one VA. That's a one-time fee. But during this crazy sale, they're only $197. So a lot of people actually been getting two of them, right? And then just deferring that other VA to later. And that's kind of my suggestion, right? It's so low right now. You guys will almost be crazy not to get a VA for $197 one-time fee. And then remember, now you're responsible for the $4 an hour. But again, guys, like, it's a no-brainer. Good to see you, Dejanay. It's an absolute no-brainer to get a virtual assistant, guys, for $197. And for all of my 9-to-5 people, right? You guys really get a big benefit from it. My moms that have children that are in school, moms, you guys are busy. That's a whole job in itself. So I'm super proud of all the new moms that are getting VAs now. And they're not getting the VAs for what most of us get VAs for. Most of us get a virtual assistant to kind of help us with our business. But we're getting a lot of moms now that are allowing the VA to be the liaison between the school teacher and the mom. I think that's genius. So I had, and the first call we ever got was a mom that says, Derek, I'm drowning. Derek, I got 2 jobs, I got 3 businesses, and I got 4 kids. And Derek, I'm drowning. I need a VA to help me with my kids, with their schoolwork, and to be a liaison, right, between me and the school teacher. That just means a channel, right? That liaison word, y'all, I'm just trying to get fancy. That just means a connection between me and the school teacher, right? Because a lot of these schools nowadays, especially with your younger kids, they come home with this thing that's called a planner, or a day planner, or there's another word. And if you're a mom, put it in the chat. But that has to be signed every day along with their homework. So I'm getting a lot of moms now that are literally turning that over to the virtual assistant. And now the virtual assistant and the school teacher are speaking every day. And then mom gets the weekly report from the VA. So, and what's exciting about that is that a lot of our VAs come with a bachelor or a master's degree in education. So if you told me when you got a VA from us, a part of our process is that my team is going to send you something that's called a JOT form. On that JOT form, you're going to fill out, what do you need that VA for? What's bothering you in your life that you want to get rid of? Administrative wise, answering telephones, answering emails, answering text messages, or doing research on the next Christmas gift that you're going to buy, right? A lot of these moms are finding that the VA is the cheat code to buy their time back. I'm talking to moms every day and say, Derek, I'm running out of time in a day. I need some help, right? So again, most of you guys are business owners. You guys are spouses, right? And I joke and play a lot, but I'm real serious about this. God has put on most of y'all hearts that you're supposed to write a book. You're supposed to create some kind of curriculum, right? There's something that God has put on each and every one of our hearts, but we're busy, guys. And we get lost in the mundane tasks throughout the day and dealing with all of these different things. And we never get to the thing that God has called us to. Guys, the virtual assistant is also a cheat code to that.
Right.
So many years ago, and I'm going to let Shay hop in too, I used to write my own books. I used to create my own courses, literally like sit down and write it. Guys, I don't do that anymore. Now, the thoughts come from me. Some of the process come from me, my emotions, my feelings, kind of the order in which I want it, but putting it together and really making it look pretty and presentable to other people. Guys, my team of VAs does that stuff. Okay, so Shay, I'm gonna let you hop in real quick because I'm just kind of going on. But I want people to really understand that a VA is just helping you buy your time back.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I'm going to say to all of our family over in Clubhouse, come on over to YouTube. That's where we're hanging out today. Come on over. Again, virtual assistants, I think you touched on every aspect of what the virtual assistant space brings forth and how you can utilize them. The opportunities are endless. Hey, Dejanay, I wanted to say hey to my girl, but you definitely can utilize a virtual assistant in every aspect of your day to day. Not only the business person, the entrepreneur, the mom, but anybody that's even working on a project. Prime example, I had a lady that is working on planning her own shindig, like this big party. And she's utilizing a virtual assistant on a project basis to help her get everything organized. Like instead of paying someone to create her the invitation, she has the virtual assistant doing so. Instead of having someone helping her with the guest list and follow up with RSVPs, the virtual assistant is doing that so that she doesn't have to spend all her time dealing with her personal party. She can just deal with the day-to-day. This person is also lining up everything that she needs in regards to vendors. So everything that you can think of that takes the time out of your busy schedule and what you're currently doing, you can utilize a virtual assistant to help you alleviate that stress.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And just once again, right before we change topics, it's that whole thing about when people say, well, Derek, I want to do what you guys do. I want to house the homeless. What do you think the HRA is? The HRA BIB, Housing Referral Agency, Business in a Box. That's literally what that is, guys. It allows you all to house the homeless without the need for property. And the virtual assistant completely runs the whole thing. So, I told you guys 7 years ago, probably more, God and I built Second Chance Housing, my housing program. But 11 months ago, I turned that entire program over to a virtual assistant. And most of y'all have met Jess or have spoken to Jess. But Jess is my virtual assistant, guys, who literally runs my housing program and part of our real estate portfolio. So right before I even get too deep into that, I want Dornico to also unmute himself, because I don't think we went to D yet. D, can you introduce yourself real quick, big bro? Tell the people who you are, what you do.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Dornico Rogel. We're Fresh Start Housing of Dayton in the Dayton, Ohio area. I was trying to get this on my Mac so I didn't have to hold this phone, but I'll figure that out later. I pretty much solve problems in a sense, and we do that with the shared living model. There's always something that can blow your mind. You know what I mean? There's a reason why someone would bypass traditional housing and say yes to paying $850 per month.
You might have got a call.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That's why I was trying to switch it. I may need a link to my email so I can put it on my Mac, but we don't have to worry about that.
Text me your email address and I'll get it over to you.
Okay, I got you. But that's one of those things, man. I'm just excited, so I'll keep it short. I'm just, looking to be a blessing to someone that needs it, like for real. And I keep it short. I'm trying to also stay studious and learn as much as I can so I can do things better and better. That's another thing I love about it. I haven't learned everything. There's people pouring into me, and I find myself in a position to be a blessing to so many people. And then there's unique ways to be that blessing. Some people need you to give them a yes because the world's been harsh and they ain't heard a yes in a long time. Sometimes that 675, they come up short and they only got 600. What are you going to do? I'm going to let them in on that 600. Mm-hmm. They're not going to tell nobody else, I hope, but I'm going to give them a break. And I'm able to do all of that. I ain't got to ask nobody permission to do that. I get to do that. I get to make that decision. So I keep it short with that. I don't know. Are we parking a boat? We ain't landing no plane over here. What we doing, y'all?
Oh yeah, land your plane, bro.
You can land your plane all you want.
It's freestyle over here, so you do whatever. Yeah, land your boat, park the bus, land the plane.
I got it.
Whatever you feel today. Or if you feel yachtish, you land your yacht.
I think we need to press the group. Press the group to get them over here, man. We need to be a little bit more personable. Hey, we've been in this together for a while, and I don't know what half of y'all look like. I don't know what y'all think and how y'all feel about things.
Yep.
We need to chop it up and do this thing on a bigger scale. So get over here. What y'all waiting on?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Come on over, everybody. If you guys are still in Clubhouse, come on over to YouTube or Facebook. But my personal preference, guys, I'm going to be pushing YouTube like crazy. YouTube is going to be the new thing for us. Everything that we have is called Don't Wait to Be Great. So the podcast, the YouTube channel, everything's Don't Wait to Be Great. All right, it sure is, right? But it's still called the Don't Wait to Be Great podcast. But to find us on YouTube, Shay is absolutely right, guys. It is Forston Consultants. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Subscribe, like, and share. And again, tonight's topic is maximizing your real estate profits utilizing virtual assistants. And again, that whole HRA business in the box, guys, it allows you all to house the homeless or the displaced, and your virtual assistant does all the work. Your VA does all the social media. Your VA builds relationships in the community. Your VA finds the social workers and the case managers. Your VA calls and set up the appointments for you to show up with coffee and donuts to talk about your program. Yep. Shay and I are doing that after Thanksgiving at a couple of hospitals. Jess has already set it up. So can you imagine while you at your 9-to-5 job, the way Joanne does? While Joanne is at work, her VA is calling hospitals, setting up appointments. We have 3 meetings next week after Thanksgiving, right, to talk about what we do. And out of the 3 meetings, 2 places are the same. They got 2 locations. One's downtown and one's like 10 minutes from where I live, right? And their whole mission is that they're trying to combat homelessness, and they're looking for people like us. But remember, the HRA, the Housing Referral Agency, you don't need the real estate. You don't have to rent a house or buy one. You just got to have a relationship with people that already do. That's why the Housing Referral Agency business in the box, guys, is genius. And that's why we give you the complimentary virtual assistant, guys. And right now, Alex, if you can put it in the chat, it's on sale, guys, for this crazy sale for only $597. So short commercial, and then we'll move on. The HRA, guys, business in the box started at $4,700. And then we kind of put it on sale at $1,997. But guys, right now in the whole month of November, the HRA business in the box is only $597. And it comes with a complimentary virtual assistant, the email scripts. That means, what are you saying to these social workers and case managers? Mm-hmm. It gives you the phone scripts. What is that VA saying when they call the hospital? We also put you in a VIP community with like-minded people that are doing the same thing you're doing, just like Janine, who is an absolute genius at this, right? And again, you get that community, you get the phone script, the email script, the complimentary VA. Guys, it's a no-brainer. And again, the VA is going to do all of the work for you. And Joanne, if you're available tonight, I would love for the people to hear from you as well, because Joanne is very unique in this. Joanne does the ILF Mastery Blueprint. She's an ILF Mastery Blueprint member, right? She does the ILF as an operator, but she also has a virtual assistant, which she got from VA 101, who literally fills her beds while she's at work. Joanne has a full-time job like most of y'all do, right? I started there as well. But while Joanne is at her 9-to-5, guess what? Who's filling her empty beds? Who's really running her program? Guys, her virtual assistant is doing that. So Miss Joanne, welcome. Thanks for everybody being here. Bedtime Mom, Miss Jane, Mr. Joe. Who else is here?
And if Alex can get Joanne's information in the in DFS and send her the link over to join.
She can't speak tonight. She just takes. Oh, sorry, y'all can't talk.
Okay, no worries.
But from now on, Alex, whether Miss Joanne is able to speak or not, we're always going to send Miss Joanne that link as well. Because if she's able to speak, she'll always have that invite. But Joanne, thank you so much. Even though you're at work, you're still learning and you growing. And Joanne is a great example, man. Not to pick on Joanne, but she's a great example of kind of what we talk about, just being relentless in this. She's at work, y'all, just like I told y'all. But her program is still running. Guess who's answering Joanne's phones for her housing program? Her virtual assistant. Guess who's doing the social media while Joanne is at work? And Joanne can't do it anyway, y'all. Joanne, just like me, she ain't good at that social media. Right, Joanne? The virtual assistant is doing Joanne social media. Who's doing the cold calling to find new hospitals, new social workers, new case managers? The virtual assistant, guys. Now, the ILF Mastery Blueprint actually involves the HRA business in the box, because the ILF Mastery Blueprint comes with everything. But if you just say, Derek, you know what? I can't buy a house right now. And Derek, it's not time for me to rent one either. But I want to do what y'all do. And you just told me the virtual assistant will do all the work. Exactly. Because that's what we train them to do when they come to you. That's why it's called a business in a box. So there's no more excuses if you've ever wanted to start your housing program. But you said, well, Derek, I can't buy a house or rent one. No excuses now, because the housing referral agency, Business in a Box, allows you to do that with a virtual assistant starting at $4 an hour. Let me know if y'all can hear my horns. We re-hooked up some stuff. Not sure if y'all can hear it. But also the next topic I want to bring up that virtual assistant can help you guys do. A lot of people like that whole wholesaling thing. And I'll have Dornico kind of jump back in as well. Dornico, you're kind of dibbling and dabbling in wholesaling, right? Let's kind of talk about, because I know that right now you're not utilizing a VA, but let's talk about and give some people some gems, Dornico, and on what you're currently doing right now in the wholesale space. How could you use a VA and what could they do to help you with the wholesaling part? And then I'll go after you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay.
It's got a microphone and all. I like this guy. I love this.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Everybody's got to get a microphone now.
Well, yeah, the studio is more comfortable for me because I'm here. Usually, I like to be hands-free, but yeah, acquisition, dispo. I think finding
What
buyers.
is acquisition, D? Explain what D. Pretend you're a teacher, bro. Like, these people don't know what this is. What is acquisition, and how can the VA help doing that?
Okay, locking these deals up. Basically, you want to get them under contract with yourself and the seller. Acquiring these deals after you kind of got that spiel with these sellers and you're comfortable communicating with them, cold calling if need be. Getting them under contract isn't that difficult for some people. Then you got to get rid of them. You know what I mean? You want to hold them, right? Because you usually got 14 to 30 days, sometimes 45. And you want to make sure that you're solving whatever issue for that seller, and they want to get something quick. If they're desperate, they want that money, they need that money. So if you're not able to dispo, I would make sure I'm ready to dispo before I lock it up. That's all. That should always be from go as well. I got a situation right now, unique. The same lady, I don't know. She's something else. She has a property that she paid $30,000 for at an estate sale or something like that. So it's kind of, she ain't got nothing to do with it. Pipes burst. I drove by there today. It's her sister in California is like, hey, get rid of this headache for my sister. Okay. I have the motivation. I have a sense of urgency. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, it's not going to be 30,000. I really need to run the comps and see where we are at a total gut type situation. So that's an example of motivation, why someone would get rid of their property, and how easy it would be to acquire that as far as a wholesale investor. So on the other end, I need somebody that's ready to purchase that property.
Put that link in.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what it is. So acquisition, dispo, easy on both sides, but you kind of want to have something on both sides ready to go if you can. So being the middleman, I want to be the best middleman. So I'm actually doing the same thing as ILF, being a good student, moving at the speed of instruction, and trying to make sure that I'm able to solve the problem effectively and smoothly. That's pretty much it.
I love it. Good stuff. And I'm going to jump right in there right behind D, because I remember a couple of months ago, we always kind of gave a little tidbit on how to wholesale real estate without kind of like, I'll say the traditional way that most people kind of teach it. I always like to teach from the standpoint of like, how can we do this with no money? How can I do this without going out and buying all of those softwares and systems and all of that stuff and just getting a VA? So we used to have people get virtual assistants, right? Obviously from va101.co. And then we would tell people to go on Zillow and to go to like the for sale by owner. And guys, remember, a virtual assistant is doing all of this while you're at your job, at your 9 to 5. So the VA was going to be trained in to go to Zillow and to source for sale by owner. Some people call that FSBO. But anyway, that means the owner didn't go through a realtor. He posted his property and trying to sell it himself on Zillow. We would literally tell people and have folks go in, and let's just say the price is $50,000. We taught them to multiply that price by 0.65. Let's have 3 people do that real fast, right? So if you put $50,000 in a calculator and you multiply it by 0.65, that's what the offer is that we're going to send them. And we taught the VA to do this. So can somebody put into the chat either on or both on Clubhouse, Facebook, and YouTube? Let's make this interactive, right? Because I'm literally teaching you guys how to wholesale real estate using a virtual assistant. Literally, if that house is $50,000, I'm going to multiply that by 0.65. When I hit that equals button, did anybody do it? I'm going to do it real quick. 50,000 times 0.65 equals 32,500. That means that I'm
his calculator facing the camera.
Oh, okay. That's the offer that I'm actually going to send in. And again, guys, I'm not doing this. It's going to be the virtual assistant. So instead of that 50 grand, I'm going to offer 32,500. Now, usually in the way wholesale works, you're going to take this property, put it under contract, and this can all be taught to a virtual assistant, right? Because our team used to do this. Get it under contract, but now you're going to remarket that same property, but you may put $10,000 on top of that price. So from that 32,000, I'm going to market it at that 42,000. See the difference in that now that you just made $10,000? That's literally what wholesaling is, guys. I found the property for 50 grand. I use my virtual assistant to find the property and to negotiate. I'm not involved in any of this, y'all. The virtual assistant finds the property on Zillow for sale by owner for 50 grand. She multiplies that by 0.65. That's 32,500, guys. That's what I'm going to send the offer in as. My virtual assistant is doing this. Now we remarket that property and maybe put $5,000 to $10,000 on it. And that's the difference that we're going to make. Because remember, we got it under contract for 32,500. So if we make 42,500, guys, you just made $10,000 paying a virtual assistant $4 an hour. Wow. Put a number 10 in the chat if that makes sense to you, right? You just made $10,000 and it really didn't take you any money to do that other than hiring that virtual assistant. For right now, that's on sale for $197 one-time fee and for $4 an hour, right? And there's some software systems that you got to have to manage the VA, right? For them to clock in and clock out and all of that stuff. My team will go over those costs too. Very low stuff, low cost on that. But focus on the $197 one-time fee and the $4 an hour. That's what you need to focus on. But you just made $10,000 on a wholesale deal and you never owned the property. You just put it under contract, meaning your virtual assistant. So, Dornico, you broke down that whole dispo thing, right? Is Dornico still there?
Yes, he's still there.
Dornico.
He may have stepped away. Remember,
Okay, I did see Fresh Start Housing down there. So Shay, I'll jump over to you. What's your opinion or any real estate play that you figure that you can use a virtual assistant to do? How can they be helpful?
Okay, so a helpful real estate virtual assistant in the real estate space for me would be property management. Utilizing my virtual assistant to assist in the
Ooh, I like
nuances of property management, right? We're in the ILF space, so we utilize our virtual assistants to assist us in making sure that everything we need at our homes, whether it's work orders needing to be done, documents needing to be signed, all those things that need to happen, we utilize a virtual assistant in the realm of conducting that business. So yeah, having a virtual assistant as your property manager, especially if you're a DIY, do it yourselfer, right? DIY individual.
DIY, right? Do it yourself.
Okay. I know I messed it up. Don't mind me. But yeah, if you're do it yourselfer, you can utilize a virtual assistant to assist you in those tasks. I'm sure Tiffany probably has some opportunities where she's utilizing her virtual assistant to assist her in some of her real estate situation. But for the most part, that's one of the go-tos for me.
I'll even go a little step further than what Shay just said, right? But it's along the same lines. We do this in the ILF model. Prime example, we use something that's called American Home Shield. A lot of you guys know what that is, right? That's an insurance that you can put on your rental property or your ILF that if you're not handy like me and you can't fix stuff, that insurance will fix the AC, the washing machine, the dryer, the refrigerator, the freezer, the can opener, the stove, the hot water heater, all of the mechanicals that are in your house, it covers that. So for only like $50 a month, you get all of that stuff covered. So if it breaks down, you can literally set up an appointment and have somebody come out. Guess who does that for us now? My virtual assistants. Yeah. So I used to call or go online and set up a work order. So now when tenants call in, meaning my ILF people, or if you run regular real estate, this is genius. Some of you guys are do-it-yourselfers, like Shay said. So if you don't hire property management, but you got the VA, and then you get a product like American Home Shield, now you tie the VA into American Home Shield, and now your clients don't call you. Your residents don't call you. They call the virtual assistant. And from the virtual assistant, your virtual assistant now puts in the work order.
They have access. You make sure that they have access to everything that they need. And they can come to you for approval.
Yep.
Miss Joanne, do you approve this work order for blah, 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 blah? I'm going to send them out tomorrow, or I'm going to put the work order in tomorrow to make sure that you get, that this person gets this fixed. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer, and it's really a beneficial position for a virtual assistant to be in, especially, like I said, if you're a do-it-yourselfer. You can't help but win. That's a win-win.
Absolutely, because again, guys, it's buying your time back. Most of y'all are busy. You got jobs. I keep saying this. You got children. You got a spouse. Some of y'all are involved in y'all church, extracurricular activities with sports, with your kids. You guys are busy. You don't have time to keep taking phone calls. So if you own real estate or you're running ILF, you drive those calls to your VA. So Jess takes all of our maintenance calls, whereas years ago, Mr. Derek, the sink's leaking. Mr. Derek, the grass needs to be cut. Mr. Derek, the front door won't lock anymore. Something's wrong with the key. Mr. Derek, I lost my keys. Mr. Derek, I forgot my code to the door. Just like today, right? I told you guys, all of our clients for the ILF model, the shared housing model, we do the digital door locks for the front door. Keys are a nightmare. Never do keys, right? We literally gave out everybody their brand new code. I'll just say about 2 weeks ago, right? Somebody forgot their code. So obviously, how would they get in the house? So the tenant called us because yes, they still have our number, but guess where we led them to? Hey, call Jess. Jess has all y'all codes. So they called the virtual assistant again, guys. So again, this is utilizing virtual assistants within your real estate. So if you're a landlord or you do the BRRRR strategy, you have rental properties, first of all, get rid of the front door keys. Go to a digital door lock. That's the first step. After that, when you get everybody's digital code, give that to your VA. Give your access to the VA, because a lot of these door locks nowadays, they're ran by Wi-Fi. Why not lock your VA into that system so that they can set codes, erase codes, and when you evict somebody, you don't have to drive to the property to change door locks. You simply call your VA, hey, Joey just was discharged and evicted from the property, change his door lock. In fact, exterminated. In fact, we had a guy like that a couple of days ago. Shay literally showed the VA how to stop his door code working on a certain day at a certain time because he was moving out. So again, guys, every way that you can imagine, we use these virtual assistants, man, to make our life easy. It essentially, guys, buys your time back. And I often give that story to the gentleman that told me that we saved his marriage, literally through getting him a VA. Now, I thought that was crazy the first time he said it, but when he broke it down, it really made sense. He said, Derek, man, I'm so busy in my business and my job. Man, my wife, our relationship is suffering. He said, but boy, when I got this VA from you, I see what you mean by I'm buying my time back. He says, Derek, now every Tuesday night, we have a date night. Yep. He doesn't come in this room now because they have a date night every Tuesday night. And it's because he's got a VA. So I literally asked him, I said, man, and trust me, he didn't even pay the sale price. He paid the regular $697. I say, was that $700 worth your marriage? He said, bro, absolutely. And I appreciate you. Yeah. Make sense? Shay?
We see that a lot. I think as entrepreneurs, we get so bogged down in being in the day-to-day. And you'll hear me say this a lot. I say this a lot to even, all of our Clubhouse family, our consultant clients that we consult. You cannot be, you can be an entrepreneur, right? But you don't want to buy yourself a new job. So what I tell people all the time is this: Allow a virtual assistant to work the day-to-day that you've already built and created. You step back out of the way, look at the process, and see if there's any modifications that need to be done. 9 times out of 10, you'll find space for improvement in your processes that you've implemented in your business because it was something that you were doing out of comfort or even just easeability, if that's a word. But when you implement a virtual assistant into these your business, you get to see your business from a different standpoint. You get to visualize what a customer goes through instead of you being the person that, well, I created it, so it's nothing wrong with it, or I created it, it's going to work, or I'm going to make it work. You now can create a process or review your process to help better it for your clients or your customers. So I tell anybody, when you get to a place that you've created a product or a process within your entrepreneurial journey, it's time to release it to someone else. And Derek always talks about, different concepts that talk about, you build it, you organize it a certain way and send it out to somebody else to do it or delegate it. And then you're going to repeat that process, right? But you're going to also look at that process at the same time and see how you can make it better. And a lot of times virtual assistants do assist in the making it better, because there are things that virtual assistants bring to the table and ideas that they bring to the table that we normally don't see, whether it's automations, different programs and tools that we all can utilize to make our clients' process or our clients' experience a lot better and make them more so a repeat customer. So it's giving back space. I mean, getting back time and not having yourself a new earned job.
Good stuff.
I hope that helps.
I love it. Let's answer a few of the questions in the chat, and it's right along where we're about to go anyway. Now, I do want to know, Bedtime Mom, is that Miss Linda?
No, it's Angela.
That's Angela. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I thought that was Miss Linda.
Mm-mm.
So let's go and answer some of these questions. So now Ring Central is kind of what we don't recommend, right? Even though we started that way, because in fact we started with Grasshopper. So she asked about what phone system we use. I'll give you guys the whole story. We started with Grasshopper, then we went to Ring Central, but now since we own our own CRM system, our all-in-one platform that includes the phone, text messaging, the CRM system, funnels, all of your social media in one place is a whole thing, right? It's called Digital Flow Solutions. And it's an all-in-one platform, basically. So that's what we offer now to people. But we did start off that way. And I'll let Shay speak to the fact if there can be multiple phone lines.
Oh, you can have as many phone lines as you want.
Good stuff.
800 numbers, local numbers, whatever you need, we can provide that to you. It's a lot more cost effective than what we've been paying in the past from other companies. And it just depends on not even your utilization, but let's get on a call. Let's talk about it. Because Digital Flow Solutions gives everything just as easy and same platform, not same platform, but same accessibility. You can utilize it from an app. You can make calls. Like prime example, if I want to make a phone call and I go to my phone book and I say, let me call Angela. The opportunity to call from any of my secondary lines or secondary apps. So Digital Flow Solutions, I can make the call from Digital Flow Solutions instead of from my personal phone. So all of those same integrations that you would get with a Ring Central, with all of these other companies, we do provide that as well.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Let's see if we missed any other stuff before we jump back into it. Can you have multiple lines with it? For example, hit option 1 for second chance housing, hit option 2 for DFS.
What was that?
She gave an example. Can you have multiple lines with it? For example, hit option 1 for second chance housing, hit option 2 for DFS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good stuff.
You
I
can
love
have
it.
all sorts of options. Whatever you need, we can created.
Okay, good stuff. So let's do a quick commercial real quick. I got to pay the bills, right? So again, guys, it's my birthday. It's my birthday month, and we're celebrating with Black Friday, my birthday, and our stimulus package. So we also have scholarships available, guys, that we haven't talked about. That goes for our ILF Mastery Blueprint for anybody that wants that. But our virtual assistants, guys, are usually $697 for a one-time fee. That's for us to vet, train, and endorse that VA to you. But during this crazy sale, guys, the VAs are only $197. So we're actually encouraging people to get two of them, right? Why just get one? Even if you don't need both of them right now, we're letting people defer the second VA out up to 6 months. Or even if you say, well, Derek, I eventually want one, and I should probably get it now. Why it's $197? That's a good idea. That way you can utilize it when you're ready. It just beats paying the $697 later, even though, again, to me, the $697 is also a no-brainer. So one more time, guys, the $197, guys, comes with the virtual assistant. Our team is going to vet, train, and endorse. You also get a course, curriculum, and ebook with it. And there's also an opportunity for a community. So there's an extra added thing that we do for $27 a month. That allows you guys to get into a more of a advanced VIP community to share more ideas about passive income. And that $27 covers your insurance. So as you all know, we give a 90-day free replacement guarantee. That's on us. But let's just say that VA is not working out and you're past your 90 days. Guys, for $27 a month, we replace that VA, no problem, right? No questions asked. And again, for only $27 a month. So again, the $27 a month is kind of an insurance. So again, that means that you get the community so that your VA can get continual learning to learn other passive income skills, and also the free replacement if it goes beyond the 90 days that we give you all. Okay. Now, Shay, if you want to talk about our process just a little bit, sometimes people always ask about, well, Derek, once I buy the VA, what is the process that we all go through before the VA actually comes to me? How many days does that take?
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about it. So our process is very streamlined. You will be walked through the entire process through our automations. Yes, you heard me say it. We have automations created that walk you through the whole entire process. So once you make payment for your virtual assistant, you will then go through our contract portion, where we have a contract sent forward to you that says that you're allowing us to do business on your behalf in finding you a virtual assistant, and just give you some of the rules and some of the things that we want you to adhere by. Once that is done and is signed, you automatically get signed up. You will receive, your intake form. So you're going to give our team what you're looking for in a virtual assistant. All of the skill sets that you would like for them to have, the primary functions that they would, or roles that they will play within your organization or your business. And that helps our team go out and find the right fit for you. Once that is done, you have we take about 10 to, we say, give us 10 to 15 days. And that's on the long end. For the most part, it's pretty quick. We can really deliver a lot faster. It just depends on how detailed you're looking for a virtual assistant. And then once you go through that process, and as our team is out vetting those virtual assistants, you'll get ongoing information on where we're at and how you'll get emails and text messages telling you how to properly position yourself and prepare yourself for the inception of this virtual assistant into your business. Once that is done, you will be now scheduling an appointment with our onboarding team. And if you're doing the actual on-site oversight of your virtual assistant on your own, our team will walk you through the process of all of the tools, all of the programs that we use to make sure that you know how to utilize those tools before you get your virtual assistant. After that is done, you will now be getting more information on, again, just updates on preparing for that virtual assistant, and then you'll schedule your interview once they are ready to interview. During that process, you get about 2 to 3 different virtual assistant candidates that you'll get the opportunity to interview to make sure you are choosing someone. You get to choose, not us. We choose the highest quality candidates that come into us, and then we give you the option to choose what virtual assistant you want to become a part of your organization. So that's pretty much the process. For those that do the done for you service, it looks very similar. But
And what is the done for you service? What is that? Explain that.
absolutely. The done for you service is where we monitor your virtual assistant, we delegate the tasks, we literally take on all the financial responsibility in regards to making sure that the virtual assistant is paid every week. We make sure that they are clocking in and clocking out on time. My little thumbs up just came up. That they are doing everything that they need to do pertaining to your business, where you don't have to do the day-to-day oversight. Our team will take care of that. So that is the done for you service, Derek. But in regards to the done for you service, what we do differently is that we meet with you. Our team, someone on our team will meet with you once a week or once a month, depending on how much work we delegate out or that you have for your virtual assistant, to make sure that we're getting those tasks from you, and we then delegate them forward to the virtual assistant of your choice. That's a little bit about that. So Derek, what any other questions on that?
And not for me, from the people actually. So guys,
Okay,
if you're
I'm
here,
in the chat.
so YouTube, Facebook, family, Clubhouse, if you guys have any questions about the process, let us know. We want to take a few questions, right? We love questions. So if you guys have any questions, let us know about the process, the cost. Also put a heart in the chat if you're interested in getting a virtual assistant. After hearing kind of what they can do, what the cost is, this crazy sale, right? And the low cost to manage them, put a heart in the chat if you're at least thinking about getting a virtual assistant after hearing what you've just heard.
Dornico, I have a question for you, bro. What is something that when you do acquire your virtual assistant, that you're looking to offload? What are some of the tasks that you think you can offload when you do go that route?
Okay. I've been forgetting everything. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I need a third brain. And so scheduling, definitely. As far as organizing, and I counted up all of the assessments that I've done since we started, and I'm clearing 400 and some change.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
you know, there's a few that kind of slipped away. But yeah. And I thought, man, I don't feel I really pushed, you know what I mean? So that number could be higher if I knew a lot of what I know now last year, you know what I'm saying? So I think I would like to find myself. I know I need bookkeeping. I don't have the CPA locked in just yet, y'all. I had one, then that fell in, then I found another one that fell in. So I'm at the mercy of QuickBooks, and I have this. I don't have it down here with me, but it's called Point Terminal. It's Point Terminal
Right.
Fifth Third. It's a GoDaddy Point Terminal. It does everything, and it also it's linked to my QuickBooks. So I'm finding technology is my saving grace. So I use technology to compensate for not having certain key things that you should have. So I know that's my little blemish, y'all. So I'll tell on myself. But I know that I would want to tighten up in certain areas on the front end, and try to make it easier for me to go out and speak and do other things. You know what I mean? So if I can get that, that would be good. Also, creative ways to create more streams of income. I love the creative niche that this could possibly open up. Multiple streams of income. Their suggestions, their ideas tied into their skill sets that I don't possess.
Yeah.
Being able to leverage those, that's brilliant. You know what I mean? Any way you slice it, that's a great idea. So I look at that, but I'm just open. I'm wide open to different ways, but I get my hands dirty. And I had that meeting that I was telling you guys about. This guy's a monster. He he does a lot of big stuff. But you know, I explained to him. He asked me the same question, and that's weird. I like to get my hands dirty. I don't know how not to be involved. So for me, that probably will be a little difficult. Something that I will have to learn. But I really I'm learning from you guys all of the many things that I can do with the VA. And that's why I'm just paying attention. I'm taking it all in. I got notebooks full of different things that I learned from Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I'm just being a good student, learning what I could do, and I'm getting closer to that mark. When I feel like I got two more houses. One house there's one spot available. The other, I got like three spots available. So four people away from being a full blown HRA and someone that is like urgently moving towards different things. You know,
Yeah.
investing. The guy asked me flat out. He said, "Well, you're doing rental arbitrage. Arbitrage. I'm sorry." He said, "How come you're not buying?" He said, "You should be a buyer." And he goes on to tell me, I bought hundreds of houses, never spending a dime of his own money. So this guy's trying to barter technique. So it all boils down to this. He wants me to pretty much rent from him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he said normally certain properties he will rent out for 1,200, but he will rent it for 1,500. He was being transparent. He'll rent it out for
And
1,500.
that's normally what's going to happen, especially
Right.
when you know
Yeah.
what you're doing. So honesty is a blessing in that case, you know.
So he guess what happened though? He offered me a duplex that has it has 5 bedrooms on each side, Derek.
Wow.
Right.
What?
That's a heck of a duplex. Jeez.
So I look at this place. It looks like
That's an apartment complex, sounds like.
he got those too. So I met him at a like a big industrial building where he has about 40 offices in there. It's you know, I mean, he's redoing everything and he's kind of trying to get people to rent out the office space. I don't need that office space because I have my own. He's talking about 500 a month. I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice. The area isn't ideal either for me. None of my people are gonna go way to that weird location, so I'm declining that. But he told me for 1,500 on each side, so that's 3,000 total. I can get that place totally renovated and then hand it. So it's not renovated now. He says with intent. If I give him a letter of intent, that letter of intent will be all he needs to get all of the funding to do the rehab. And then once the rehab is done, I'll get the keys and then I just pay him 1,500 on each side. So I get what he's saying. He's connected like that to do that. And I don't know. Again, I'm slow to move. I'm filling him out. And he wants to do a Zoom, which you guys are invited to if that's something that you want to do. So that's the last thing we discuss. The next thing will be a Zoom where I will have other people that we spoke about. I don't even know if she want me to put her out there like that. So if she says yes, I'll go ahead and put her out there like that. But yeah, he seemed pretty, pretty legit. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. But I need I don't know. I'm not scared, but I'm kind of hesitant. I don't know if that makes sense. Y'all killing
for that play, you mean?
For the VA play, I'm like, man.
Oh man, come on, D.
Why?
You conquered the ILF thing. The VA is gonna be easy. Like
super easy.
they're gonna make your life easy.
So y'all killing it though. I'm like, man.
They're gonna make your life easy, bro. They're gonna buy your time back. Like you said it already. Like you've already self-diagnosed yourself, D. Like you want to be involved in everything. Part of that letting it go is turning over or relinquishing is probably a better word. Some of that things that what I would call small and mundane. That's what it is. You're worth more than $4 an hour, D, in terms of your skill set and what you should be doing. Some of that stuff you shouldn't be involved in.
I agree. The CSS,
just more important things that you could be doing.
I like the techie stuff. I guess I could let that go a little bit. The social media management, I'm pretty sure I could probably let that go. I love what I see on y'all stuff. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I would definitely let that. Interacting with people, sometimes there's a rebuttal that's needed. There's a sales situation that's needed, because sometimes I had to sell people on this to
Oh, yeah,
get
for
them
sure.
to get them where I am
You
mentally.
gonna train it to that VA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Same
and into
way.
you.
Yeah, so
like that's it. Like they gotta know the lingo, and like I tell all my VAs, I want you guys to do business like me. I want y'all
Right.
to talk like me, do business like me, negotiate, be nice to people like me, mean
Right.
business when we gotta mean business, be firm when we gotta like be me. Because eventually I want to move out of the way. Remember, I think I always tell you guys that my coach teach me: build it, organize it, document, delegate it. Delegate is my favorite part. That means, Derek, get out of the way and give it to somebody else that's better than you doing this. Now, there'll probably never be a day that there'll be a VA that's doing what I'm doing right now. Teaching this and consulting and running my big mouth, I'm good at that. But all of that other stuff that just get in my way and aggravate the dickens out of me, I'm going to always let VAs do that stuff. I pray God always bless me to have a staff, because I'm not good at a lot of that stuff, bro. Like I know what I'm good at, and that's one of the things that make the VA the cheat code. Because as soon as you find out what you're not good at, you give it to them. Then if you're real smart, you turn that into a business. Guys, remember who built the staffing agency for us. My VAs built this business, y'all. I kind of had the idea, but Tara was like, Derek, why don't we just build you one? After I kept asking question after question after question, because I told you guys, in case if you don't know it, if you're new to us, I got my first two VAs from a different place, a company, and there were certain things that I really liked about that company, but there were certain things that I did not like of how it went. So I started asking my VAs questions after questions, and then Tara was like, Derek, why don't we just build you one? You seem really interested in how this works. I think we can do it. Do you want a staffing agency, Mr. Derek? How genius is that, y'all? For my VAs who at the time, because I told y'all, like some of my VAs, they're above that $4 an hour now. But at the time, for somebody to tell me at $4 an hour, Derek, we're going to build you a business. And all you got to do is go and run your big mouth about it, because we're going to advertise it. We're going to market it. We're going to do the vetting, the training, the endorsing. We're going to do the calling the old bosses to make sure that they are who they say they are. We're going to check the resumes, Derek. And Derek, we're going to give them certain tests to make sure that they can do the thing that they said that they can do on the resume. Guys, I don't do any of that vetting. Now, I'll admit, when we first started, I was kind of in it. But guys, my VA runs this whole company. She's like, Derek, think about it. We live in the Philippines. You don't. Derek, we know where to get the people from. You don't. Tara, my main VA, she just built this big old relationship with this college. We get VAs fresh from college now that are graduating. Hey, Miss Cynthia, how cool is that? And so that's what I mean by that, guys. That's passive income for us, because I'm not involved in that business. So if you want to talk about passive income without it involving you because you got a 9-to-5 job, consider getting a virtual assistant, guys, for VA 101. And again, right now for $197, you're almost doing yourself a disservice by not at least trying it. 2 weeks ago, I was giving VAs away 30 days for free. I hate to say it, but I almost had to beg people to get that. Right? But now a lot of those same people said, Derek, again, what was I waiting for? Dernico, you're going to be just like everybody else who eventually got one. The first thing everybody says, man, what was I waiting for? How did I make it this long without a VA? Okay. So, guys, it's 7:08 p.m. This is a 90-minute room. We're going to be here till about 7:30-ish. So, again, if you have any questions, any concerns, I'm going to give it back to Dornico to let him finish his excuses about why not he get the VA. But if you are considering getting some help, whether that's in your business or your personal life, watch this. We talked mostly tonight about business, right? But guys, I'm so spoiled by what these VAs can do, because Shay and I got a team of 9 of them, right? Shay and I own the company, but we have 9 VAs that work for us. But watch this. We also use VAs in our personal life. Yeah. You talked about earlier, Dornico, about you forget everything. So do I. So guess who reminds me to go to the doctor on time and don't miss my appointment? Dentist appointment. Jess does that. Guess who reminded me of our lunch date today with the business person? Shay and I going all about our morning and doing what we're doing, and we playing and stuff. It's just like, hey, Mr. Derek, how's it going? Great. Don't forget about your lunch date today at 1 o'clock with Miss T. Wick. Oh, Forgot about that. She also texted that morning when she started her shift. That's her job, y'all. I just missed the text, but her job is to still call me if I don't respond to it. So guess who made lunch on time and didn't double book somebody because I forgot about my schedule? Jess.
Yeah.
When I'm stressed and I need a back massage, like kind of like right now, guess who's going to book that massage? Jess. When Shay and I go to dinner, which has been a lot this month because everybody's birthday in November, guys, I don't book the dinner arrangements either. I say, Jess, we want to go to Ruth Chris in Orlando, the one on Sand Lake. Book it for 7 o'clock. Bye. She does all the other stuff. I don't get involved in that.
And that's the joy about
Derek
it.
confirmed they'll see you at 7 p.m. Oh, and by the way, it's Shay's birthday tonight.
Mhm.
Shay done had a birthday 3 times this month already, y'all, because of the VAs. They bring it, they clapping and they singing the song and they bringing the cupcakes out. My VA, now we don't tell them to do that, y'all. They just funny like that now because they're family now. They start off as employees, but you two family. They become family after a while. Most of
And
my
it
team,
takes- and it's a
besides
lot
Alex, I
faster than a
think,
while. It's
right.
a lot faster than a while.
most of our team, besides Danish and Alex, have been with us for seems like a long time now. But like Shay said, after 3 or 4 weeks, man, they family now because I'm giving them all my information, all of my stuff. They logged into all of my accounts, right? So it's crazy how that works, guys. And again, like we use them in our business and our personal life. So a lot of even like when I get my cards and my flyers redone, this is a virtual assistant flyer that my VAs made this. We get these printed by the thousands. Remember I told y'all the other night that I go to parking lots of business owners and Home Depot and Lowe's and State Farm and the bank and all of these investing places. Everybody's windshield get one of these. Everybody. But guess who made this? Guess who sent it to the company and had it shipped to my house? My VAs know my address. They know my personal number. One of my VAs even got my banking stuff. Now that's a little deep. Some people are real uncomfortable with that. But guys, my executive administrator, guys, she got everything of mine.
Yep.
She runs 8 of our businesses, y'all. She runs all of our staff, and she runs me and Shay's schedule. Now, I'll admit, Shay's got a different assistant than me. Even though Tara and Jess still serve Shay and I both, Shay's assistant is actually a lawyer. And I'm going to let Shay talk about that. Shay, talk about your beautiful assistant and how great she is.
Listen, she is amazing. Okay.
What is she? The core of her.
So she's, like he said, she's a lawyer.
Juris Doctor.
Her education, her formal education is a Juris Doctorate degree, but does not really care for the field. Her goal is to be able to assist her family the way they did assist her in going to school and being able to better her life. And it was through, now she's got this job working for a US-based nonprofit organization, making more than she would have as a Juris Doctorate holder, practicing in the Philippines. So she's doing a lot. Like, she's amazing. I can't even articulate how great she is. She's very, very forthcoming. She's very forward thinking. She's applied for grants that I didn't even know existed, and is doing so much work on the forefront of the Angela Denise Foundation in regards to helping me make connections within the community. My schedule is being, filled with meetings with the commissioner and commissioners and stuff like that because of her. So she's the one that's helping me really broadcast who the Angela Denise Foundation is in our area. And she does it. I mean, she's just great at what she does, man. That's to say the least.
Did you talk about that grant she got? Okay, cool.
She got a $3,000 grant, and we're right now waiting.
How about the Walmart grant? Did you talk about that?
She does that often. That's, those have been a little weird this year. I can say that. But she's been monitoring them. They've been really slow to respond this year. Walmart grants have been a lot. The processing has been a lot slower. We were talking about that yesterday when we met. But we look like we're in consideration for an additional Whole Foods grant, prayerfully. So I'm praying that that goes through because that allows me to expand my reach and be able to help more ladies that need assistance. So that don't have the normal income that can afford them the opportunity to live in one of our ILFs. So yeah, so like I said, she's killing it, man. She's doing amazing.
I love it. Angela just put into the chat. She says her VA that she got from VA 101 has 2 degrees. Can you guys imagine that?
Man.
2 degrees at $4 an hour, and it's going to turn Angela's business upside down. I love that. Don't forget to involve her in your personal life too, with all your appointments and all of your stuff, because Angela's very busy too, y'all. She's a business owner, a mom, right? She's involved in the church, extracurricular activities. She's got a job like most of us.
Yeah.
So that's why she needs a virtual assistant, because Angela is trying to house the homeless and the displaced and start her housing program, but she's got a 9-to-5 job. She's also very busy outside of work. So where do you find the time to kind of get a lot of done what you want done? That's going to be through the virtual assistant, guys. And again, that I'm so proud of that with the course that it comes with. We teach you how to manage this VA. Also, what to look for in a VA. So the beautiful part about when you first make the purchase, you're going to get that video, that course, right? So before your interview process, I'm going to give you a lot of tips and tricks of what to look for. Because people always say, well, Derek, how do you know to pick the right one? First of all, my team's job is to make your decision hard. The day of your interview, I hope you like this, right? Like, man, which one do I pick? Because that means that we did a great job of presenting you the great talent. Most people, when they meet our VAs, Dornico, one of the things they say is, bro, Derek, I couldn't decide which one to pick. They all were great. Well, that means that my team did a great job. And it sounds like from what Angela's saying, her VA, y'all, has 2 degrees. And Angela, if you don't mind sharing it, degrees in what? Because when I tell people that our VAs, 95% of them come with either a bachelor or a master's degree, sometimes that's hard to believe, but don't get it twisted. The Philippines is a very highly educated, like, part of the country, right? It's just that where they live at is just so much different from where we live at, to where $4 an hour for them is a great living. Whereas for $4 an hour for us, it's very affordable to be able to pay it. But nobody in this room could live off of $4 an hour. But them, they're actually a well-to-do family, guys, at $4 an hour. So they're proud of that. They brag on it. So they go to dinner and lunch and tell all of their friends, girl, I make $4 an hour. What about you? Their friends make $2 an hour, $1.50 an hour, right? And that's not to be mean or to belittle anybody. It's just being real to show you guys the difference in what we think is affordable here in the U.S. compared to what they call a great living in terms of where they live. Ms. Shay?
Yeah, I agree. I really just, honestly, Derek, I think tonight has been a night of an eye-opening experience for those that haven't ventured in the space of virtual assistants. And I think it's definitely a opportunity to broaden your horizons, expand your reach and the hours in a day, because you can actually increase the number of hours in your day, not technically, but you can, because you're now having someone else split the difference or take on things that give you opportunity to have more time to do other things to create income. Again, I tell everybody, your goal is to look for something that's going to make you a residual income. If that thing is going to require you to take up too much time in order to obtain that, you need to position someone that can run that thing for you and make sure that it is reaping that return that you're looking for. Yeah, I know, like for me, I've got a shirt store, online store that I've not been promoted. And it's because I forgot to give it to my virtual assistant. So guess what I did this week? Hey, guess what? Totally forgot I have this store. Haven't been marketing it. Can you help? The next thing is back to music. You know, this year, in 2023, I kind of stepped back from music a lot and producing and singing outside of church, because I know what I need to focus on so that I can reposition myself to focus back in the music space. So 2024, guess what? My virtual assistant has to start hitting the ground running in regards to promoting my music page and all of that stuff. So it's a matter of just being able to allocate other people to do certain things for you that give you that time to be in the studio, Dornico, or in, wherever you need to be, and also, push things or products that you have that you don't have the time to push.
Yeah.
You're working in the ILF space, you're doing photography, you're doing this, you're doing that. How's your Teespring store going?
You just said my truth. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's because you don't have that person that has eyes on that particular thing. And it's necessary because Derek and I brainstorm a lot at night. And by the time we get ready in the morning, forget it. Our VAs are going to have a whole list because we get that time to debrief from the day, see what was needed, what's been out there that we haven't kind of touched or used or kind of messed with in the past couple of months that have gone dormant, or ideas that are on our vision boards that we haven't even been able to start cultivating or nurturing. And that's when we start looking at, okay, we're at this place, everything's running smoothly, all the automations are done over here, we don't need to worry about this because that's in this, Now let's look back at the drawing board of what we need to get done off of the vision board so that we can keep knocking these things off. So that's the benefit of a virtual assistant. That's it.
I love it. And also I love what I just realized Angela put that, guess what her VA majored in? Bachelor of Psychology and a Bachelor of Humanities in Social Services.
Stop.
So now you're talking about somebody that has the same skill set that I went to school for. Not saying that I needed that degree, but she's going to totally get it. She's going to understand the Clarissa Project. That's powerful, you guys. And if y'all don't know what Angela does or what she's trying to do and how powerful that is in terms of what that VA majored in, only God could line that up. Yes, we know what you needed, but look what my team did. But I'm going to just say, I'm going to give God the credit. Like, that's powerful that they gave you somebody that has a degree into the very thing that you're trying to do. I think that's powerful. Joanne said that I would be lost without my VA. And I said, me too, Joanne. I'd be lost without all 9 of them. Because Shane, I got 9 VAs, right? So that's a lot of people. And guess what? One of our VAs don't work for us. Watch this. One of my VAs never talked to me, kind of sort of talked to Shay. But one of our VAs worked for a business partner of ours. You remember that done for you service that we talk about for $1,400 a month? Imagine you getting a VA, Dornico, but finding other people that need the same services that you do. Your VA now is working for other people and you're making money. So again, one of our VAs, guys, does not work for me and Shay. They work for a business partner of ours that's paying $1,400 a month. But I give y'all the same idea. Your VA, everything that you need, Dornico, you got 10 people in your cell phone that need the same stuff. So I'm gonna end the room kind of on this note, right? Every one of you that have a VA, don't be selfish and just use the VA for yourself. Find 10 other people in your phone that need all of the stuff that you need. Start a business from that. Now you got a digital marketing team. You have a copywriting team. You have a social media team. And you can offer this to other people. Charge them. Get with Digital Flow Solutions and Shay. You guys can build websites for other people utilizing our services and our software. Genius. Now I'm gonna let Shay hop in because I think she's waving something and there's a comment that just came up too.
I'm just listening to you preach my sermon.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm just, you know how the student becomes the teacher. So I'm just sitting here enjoying.
Tanya just said, read Tanya's comment.
Tanya said, I've had mine for a month, and that's her VA, and it's the best thing I could have ever done. A check mark. She says, I need another one. But Tanya, now is the time. Get that VA, being that we got that whole sourcing fee on special for the November.
Yep. For $197, you might as well get one or at least or 2. And then again, if you don't need it quite today, That's what defer means, guys. You can say, Derek, I don't want that VA to 8 months later. Now we give 6 months, right? But if you need longer than 6 months, just let us know. No problem. We already got a few people that say, Derek, I'm not going to need my VA till like next March, till like next year. No problem. They've already bought it. Why pay the $697 when it's only $197 right now? Right? So thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it because that's showing that a new person, Tanya's new to this whole VA game, right? But just like most people, she's saying, man, in other words, what was I waiting on? This is the best thing I've ever done in a long time. Right? So I love that. Also, guys, if you're already in that community in terms of the VAs, don't forget, you guys have the right to ask questions and make suggestions on things that you want to know. Shay is burning to give y'all the game on businesses. So a lot of y'all, I'll admit, a lot of you guys were grandfathered into that. The newer people got to pay the $27. But again, guys, if you're in that community, if you have a suggestion of a video that you want us to talk about, excuse me, not video, a live, that you want us to go live and talk about a specific business idea and how you can merge your VA into it, Shay is burning to do that with you all. Remember, that's a part of that community. So every now and again, we just gonna drop stuff in it. But if you say, you know what, I wonder how I can bake chocolate chip cookies. I do the baking, but the VA does all the advertising, the selling, the packaging stuff for us, the design. And how do Shay can tell you how to do that. Or man, you know what? I want to be an artist. I paint, but how can I advertise my paintings to the world using my VA? That's what Shay want to do, guys.
I am going to do something, and I think I'm going to do it after. I have to do an initial onboarding with someone first. After I do the initial onboarding with my first, well, not my first, but one of my clients into the DFS situation that we've got going on, I'm going to bring that opportunity that Derek just talked to Dornito about, utilizing Digital Flow Solutions to provide web design and services. I'm onboarding someone very soon, right after the holiday, who is doing that. And once that is done, I am going to bring that to the VA 101 community. I think I want to bring it to all our communities. I might just do it in Zoom or something and have everybody come on over and then record it and put it back in the communities. But that'll definitely be something that's going to only be community based. So we'll talk about that and see how you all can start your own agencies.
All my community people, again, man, you guys are going to be just privy to that kind of stuff anyway. But again, don't forget, if you got some suggestions that you say, Derek, I want y'all to talk about this. Shay, can you go over this? You guys get that because that's what the community is for. And I love it how a lot of you guys are already working together and helping each other. I love that. So I hear a lot of that stuff in the background. Sometimes that's brought to me by my team. So my heart is warmed that you guys are treating that like a family atmosphere and y'all are helping each other. I love that. But one more time, guys, when you do get a VA, go through your cell phone and find 10 other business owners, pastors, preachers, consultants, or moms that need help. And you guys should be offering a lot of your services to them through your VA. That's how you make passive income. And that's how you also not pay their salary from your pocket. Guys, if you can figure out a way to get a VA, but you're not paying the VA per se, but you're paying the VA from all of the work that they're doing for other people, all of the websites that you're creating, logos that you're creating, flyers that you're creating. Just like this flyer right here, right? I'm going to land it here. My VA made this flyer. It has a QR code on it, right? Phone number, email address. But guess what it says? Virtual Assistant can do email marketing. They can do social media management. They can do real estate wholesaling, website creation, research, customer service, marketing, graphic design, lead generation, data management, and so much more. Yeah. All of these things can be done for you, but also can be done for other people. Everybody's always talking about passive income, passive income. Guys, here's a way to make passive income. And people always say, well, it takes money to make money, Derek. Well, kind of, sort of. But at $4 an hour, guys, I'm willing to try that. Okay? There's a lot of things in my life that I said, man, you know what? I got to try that. Or if not, I'm going to be cheating myself. One was housing the homeless and the displaced. I had to try it once I saw it. God showed me a lady making $41,000 a month housing the homeless. but she was housing these people in rats and roaches. I said, I gotta try it, but I'm gonna change it. When I saw this VA game and how people's lives were being changed and businesses were being launched with $4 an hour from a VA, I said, I gotta try it. And that's why we have a team of 9 now, and that's why we own the actual company for it, because it was a no-brainer to help us, but also turn around and help other people. Notice how every business we start, y'all, help other people eventually. Watch this. Have y'all ever thought about that, D? Notice every business that we have, once we get it, we turn around and it helps other people. I think that's the cheat code to life and business and doing God's will. Some of us are made to go through the bumps, the bruises, and all of the mistakes and turn around and teach it to people. That's what my whole life is made up of, right? Derek, go through the bumps, the bruises, make all of the mistakes, but you get it right and come back and teach it to the people.
Yep.
So again, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. This has been a great Tuesday night, which is every Tuesday we come live, talk about virtual assistants and how you can scale your business or your life for only $4 an hour. So thank y'all so much for being live with us on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Clubhouse and Twitter. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
join us on, we'll be back on, Saturday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. Again, live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget about the crazy sale during the entire month of November, guys. We got a crazy scale for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, the virtual assistants, the HRA Business in a Box, and we also have scholarships available for some of that stuff as well. So let's get on a strategy call to this week. Actually, tomorrow is another great day. We're off on Thursday. We want you guys to spend time with your family. But if you need a strategy call to get anything explained further to you, Shay is going to give you guys a phone number. Well, actually, I have it, 407. I'm actually going to put it in the chat as well, and I'll give a directive with it. So if you want further understanding on anything that we've talked about tonight, I want you to text the number 407-813-1335 and text more info. If you want any extra information on anything that we spoke about tonight, virtual assistants, HRA Business in a Box, or the ILF Mastery Blueprint, which is all of that's on sale, and the scholarship can be applied to the ILF Mastery Blueprint, so it can actually go lower. For the month of November, you're going to text more info to 407-813-1335. My name is Derek Forston, guys, and I approve this message. Miss Shay, it's on you.
I just want to say thank you all for being here with us tonight. I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday morning. Hopefully we can move that to 10 a.m. instead of this whole time.
I think what we're going to start doing 10. Should this be the first one that we do?
Let's do it.
So, Alex, if you're listening, inform the whole team tomorrow that from now on, starting, watch how VAs work, y'all. Because if I had to do this myself and then go into all of the stuff that's got to be changed to make it do 10 o'clock, guys, I would fail doing that. I'm not very techy. But watch this. Alex, if you're listening, or Tara, because Tara will hear the replay tomorrow.
She might be in her sleep.
Tara might be here now, right? We want our Saturday room starting immediately to be at 10 a.m. No more 9:45. I also want you to send an email out to all of our probably over 3,000 people in our email list. Anybody that joins us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of that stuff, Saturdays will now be at 10 a.m., no longer at 9:45 a.m. I'm giving everybody 15 extra minutes to kind of get up and get your coffee. So 10 o'clock, Alex, every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, no longer 9:45. Send it to all the Telegram groups, to over the 3,000 people in our database, and also the people that are within DFS database as well. Miss Shay, anything else from you, honey?
That's it. I'm just over here typing and emailing and game planning for tomorrow's great day with my virtual assistants. Got a lot of things to do, a lot of opportunities, and a lot of things that we can get done before the close of the week. So, hey, I had a great time with y'all. Appreciate y'all, and look forward to seeing you here on Saturday.
Good stuff. Before we go, Dornico, bless the people real quick, big bro. I'm gonna change lanes real quick. I want you to bless the people really quick, right? And I'm gonna make it tough on you, right? It's the first time I'm ever put a time frame on it because we're getting ready to close. In less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I want you to bless the people Tell them why you decided to get into the housing, the homeless, or the displaced, or this whole shared housing thing, and how has it changed your life, and then motivate somebody else to get into it and consider purchasing the ILF Mastery Blueprint during this crazy sale. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Go.
I accept that challenge, Shay. Watch this. Okay. I got you, bro. No, I've done many things. Ex-military, I work. I like to help people. I found this to be something that made sense, and I saw it to be something that will work, right? Let's just put that. When you try different things, especially multi-level marketing and all of that stuff, you got to get in at a certain time, they say, right? But it don't pan out. I seen this as an opportunity for me to do good while doing good. Everything looked great, and then when I started, it actually works. So you guys built me to this point. That's why it's so hard to change, because you created this, right? So I see it works. You told me I would never be without. Every time I look in my pockets, there's something there. Number one, I'm able to help so many people, and it ain't a little bit. Lately, it's been like, yo, what's up? Anyways, but
Life has changed.
yeah, life is different now, right? So, but you gotta find yourself sacrificial, because if you just think about yourself, you're gonna miss it. So the beauty of this, and the reason that I stepped into this, because I can really impact my community, impact and change my family by showing love. Okay, my daughter sees us loving on people. That's what she see every day. I go love on people. So how great is it for her to grow up and go to her middle school, seeing that that's something that's normal? That should be normal. It shouldn't just be on Sunday morning. Now, I think far as motivation, some people gonna do something, some people not gonna do something. I really can't say either way. All I will say is this: you will never know unless you get up. And I'm talking to myself right now, okay? You will never know unless you try. You will never know unless you push fear aside and exercise that faith muscle. So I would encourage those to, if not take action, be a student to the game. The research is there. YouTube University, call. I done put my number out there a million times. I will approve all of the messages for everybody. But I would just say that study to show yourself approved. Pray. I mean, why not go to the source, right? That's where I'm at with it. These meetings are very informative. Keep coming to the meetings until something clicks. Then that's where I'm at for Tuesday. Keep coming. I had yeah. I'm almost there, Shay. I'm like, right. I'm at the edge. I'm
You're
teeter-tottering.
over, Shay.
I'm teeter-tottering. I think because my thing is, man, y'all. So I created myself to be like y'all, and then y'all took a sidestep, and I'm like, yo, where'd they go? So
Not a
now I
side
got
step,
like,
we added a step.
yeah. Now I'm like, okay, now how do I change what I'm already doing? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I don't know. I know I wanna step into this uncharted territory for me, but I want it to make sense. Can they create their own salary? So there's so many, but I only got a minute left. Right.
Your
Jay?
time been up, bro. I knew you actually wasn't gonna make it, but I was gonna see how far over you actually went. Because you
Oh
just like
man, I got sidetracked. But listen, anyway,
because he on VAs now. He's supposed to only be on the ILF Master Blueprint. He done went on VAs
Hey.
and everything.
anyways, listen. Michigan is gonna beat Ohio State. I need everybody in the ILF world to get. Come on, y'all. Anyways, I love you guys. Somebody gotta get up and do something, please, because I can't stress it enough. Somebody is tied to your yes, Lord, and if you go be nosy and start to see someone else's suffering, come on, man, surrender that yes. Let God give you that comfort in your yes, and just keep your feet moving. You ain't gonna see the light just yet, but keep moving. Before you know it, it gets clearer and clearer and clearer, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm doing this. This works for those that are skeptics. I'm rocking it. I'm in a sense, meaning I'm comfortably helping people. These people are excited. They're still crying when they come in the door. I'm like, Lord, it's been 2 years. They're still emotional.
Yeah.
They're still like, wow. So it don't change. It just keeps going. That gratitude is there. Anyway, I love y'all, Shay, Derek. I love y'all. Y'all messing with me right now.
Get it from your brother, Derek.
Something wrong with Hey, I ain't got nobody on the stage. Where's Tiffany? Where's
Remember, Tiffany volunteers on Tuesdays too.
Oh.
So she comes in for probably like the first half and then dips out.
I-
Neonta was dealing with remember, Neonta usually works on Tuesdays, so
Right.
we were less. So again, bro, we gonna listen, y'all that are streaming, y'all gonna be watching Dornico. What's today? Today is the 21st of November. This is gonna be the journey to Dornico's virtual assistant.
Well, I feel like I'm in the principal's office.
This is what we're gonna call this: the journey to Dornico's virtual assistant. This ain't even gonna be about VA 101. It's gonna
Right.
be every week. We're gonna be like, all right, Dornico, did you start writing the list of things that you need your virtual assistant to do?
Oh
Well,
my
I'm
God.
excited. So y'all take tally. Katara, take tally. Angela, take a tally, because they were getting you in the chat.
Where's
Dornico. I don't
Janine
know
at?
if you saw.
So Janine got my
Janine's
back.
not here today.
Oh man.
Listen, they've been getting at you in the chat. You got to go back and look at the chat because they got you, Dornico.
Where's the loyalty? Where's the love? My goodness.
That's why they're doing it, because they do love you. That's why they want to see. They want to see sin get. They want to see our.
Joanne couldn't even believe it. She said, Dornico don't have a VA? You don't have a VA, Miss Joanne. He's slipping.
I'm inspired to write music now. So
Don't make me choke you. Don't make me choke you. Get a VA. You
All
should
right.
have had a VA with that.
Big shout out to Katara as well. Good to see you, Katara. Good to see you, Miss Joanne, Rasta girl. Good to see you, Miss
I can't
Angela.
see
And also
nobody.
thank you to everybody that also came out tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We jokingly say it, but we mean it. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be on these social media streets, but y'all chose to be here, and we super appreciate that. So thank each and every one of you. And again, guys, we'll see you guys Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask or think, according to his power that worketh in us. Amen. You guys be great, and we'll see you guys Saturday
Have
at 10
a
a.m.
great
Eastern.
night.